Big Boy's Neighborhood. All righty now, ladies and gentlemen, the big interview is going down. Gabriel Iglesias in the neighborhood.
Hold on. Did that cowbell get faster?
Yeah.
Even that cowbell lost weight. I remember it used to be now
ding, 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 ding. The thing about it is when we wrestled the actual cow to get the thing 20 years ago.
It's on the keto diet.
Man, yeah. Oh, the keto diet, man. Yeah, Louis was on the keto diet one morning.
You took keto diet.
And then gave up.
It worked. I tried it, but my problem is I found loopholes.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
I think with keto, they give you a lot.
Yeah, they do.
And see, and it's not that it's got to be deprivation and moderation and all that. Just with keto, they encourage you to eat a lot of meat.
Even pancakes are like, just add 2 big old things of cream cheese. I'm like, really? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like,
he
like,
did
you
it
can
one
have
morning.
strawberries, and I'm like, jam?
Yeah. This is all right. I could do this. I've been doing this my whole life. I just didn't know it was keto. You know? Welcome back to the neighborhood.
Thank
you. You are one of the hardest working men,
bro, always doing
in
something.
show business. And it's your empire. Why do you work so hard?
Because I'm a firm believer that if you're in a good place where you've worked hard to get to a certain spot, why stop?
You stay on the road too, though, bro.
Somebody's hey, there's always somebody else coming up, and I think it's like a beach ball. You got to keep that ball up in the air.
What's the motivation?
I want to keep my house.
Yeah,
That's a good motivation.
At this point, it's not like, hey, can you get to a certain point? It's can you maintain?
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, man.
So the fight to stay relevant, the fight to stay hungry for it.
Do you feel like social media helps you out quite a bit?
I think it helps and it hurts at the same time.
Really though?
Yeah.
Give me the help and give me the hurt.
The help, you sit at home and send out a tweet and sell out a club.
It goes around.
But you get drunk and you post the wrong pic, and now you got to answer questions.
Right. Have you had that? Have you got caught up in social media?
Not as bad as most. Any of my stuff has just been I might have made a comment about some political picture and be like,
right.
Either just if you put a thumb up or thumb down, or if you make the wrong face.
Like they taking a lot of fun out of comedy? Because comedy used to be the last thing that was like, oh, okay, we can laugh about that. The worst tragedies. Y'all can make it funny. Do you feel like we getting too sensitive now?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
very, very sensitive. These are the times when they're analyzing everything and they're trying to make something out of nothing.
Nothing.
At times.
The gotcha.
And it's like, really? So it does it because you're constantly editing in your head.
Yeah.
You want to just go out there and be free form and have fun and just say what you want to say, but now you gotta have your little HR button in your head.
Yeah,
like,
man.
No, that's not correct. You shouldn't say that.
Yep. Your mental editor working like. We get the joke 10 seconds later, like, okay, I got to process this, I got to process that. How do you stay scandal-free?
How do I stay scandal-free? That's a good question.
Yeah, because...
I mean, as far as like on stage, I try not to talk about politics because that's the number one thing that'll get you in trouble right now.
Right.
I don't talk about religion because you say the wrong thing, somebody's going to get mad.
You can't win a religion
No,
argument.
And I don't talk about sports because,
Really?
Crazy about that too.
Yeah, sport people will voice their opinion hard.
My man said religion, politics, and sports.
No, in 22 years, the only thing I've ever been booed over was a sports comment.
No.
What was it
Really?
over? What team?
I was in Cleveland, Ohio, and I was talking about how it was an old bit that I did talking about how police officers were driving Priuses at a university, and I says, so I was at this university in Michigan, and the police officer, before I could even finish the joke, the whole crowd started booing me, and I forgot that there was a rivalry between Ohio State University and Michigan. But I didn't think about it because I was in Cleveland.
Without even knowing.
I was in Cleveland, and some girl in the front row,
one.
she's like, I'm like, why are they booing me? She's like, you said the M word. I said, I didn't say the N word.
Right.
She goes, no.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. Big, you gonna hear something, bro. I didn't say it. So she said you said the M word, and that was Michigan?
Yeah, the M word was Michigan.
How
and I'm
dare
like,
you.
oh, wow. And so it actually took me 10 minutes to settle the crowd.
10.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how do you
Gosh.
recover?
Because they did not believe that I didn't do it on purpose.
But this is a Gabriel Iglesias. This is not like...
It was my show.
Yeah.
People paid. It wasn't like a
Yeah.
freebie.
It's not like you just came in and it was like, oh, and also, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn.
So, I mean, it was rough.
So you know
It
at that
was
time,
rough.
like, yeah, let me just
when I walked off stage, I was like, that's why LeBron left.
After the
And
mic
see,
is
that
off.
would get me in trouble
Drops
over there.
mic.
Here
Yeah.
we can laugh.
But that's
We
when
can
you
laugh.
like the mic is off. Like,
We can laugh. You're not syndicated in Cleveland, are you?
yeah, I am. No.
Let me hear this.
Gabrielle, I noticed at one point you said that you don't do political stuff, right? Do you feel like sometimes people want you to, like, oh,
Yes.
you got to?
Yes, it happens all the time. People will bait me.
Your
I'll
voice.
I'll take questions, and they're like, so what do you think about Trump? And I'm like, really? You're going to ask a Mexican?
Right,
that question,
yeah.
and I'll just leave it at that.
And that's
And
enough.
Well, you never know. There's some Mexicans that are for him. So
Latinos for Trump, bro.
yeah, and I don't talk
You
to those
never
family
know.
members anymore. It's all.
How is
But
it?
see, even something like that, I just
Yeah.
joked about that. Someone could just take that and completely run with it.
Yeah.
That's the fear nowadays. That with
That
social
sucks.
media or just YouTube and stuff like that,
Yeah.
people could take a small clip, put whatever they want around it, and then
Yep.
it's presented. And
That's
then
what they do.
Gabriel Iglesias, even stuff that's 10 years old. People are like, oh, well, this is a tweet he had in 2007.
Yeah, I'm not
And you're
afraid
like,
of what's happening now. I'm afraid of like, what did I forget that happened?
that happened then.
You know, what? I don't know. I've got drunk at Quiet Cannons
Hey,
quite a
dude.
few times. I don't know what happened.
How much stuff, how many times are you thankful that there wasn't cameras around when we were coming up? As
Yeah,
far as
it's a
like
different time.
Oh man, I would have been and I wasn't even crazy, but I had enough where it would have been like, oh, okay, what happened here? Explain it. Like, oh, come on, everybody go see the little donkey. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Did you guys see what the security guard for the Far Side did?
and now he's on radio.
While he was eating.
And now he's on radio talking to kids. Look at him. Yeah, everybody's on gotcha, man. Everybody's on gotcha. I got to talk
Hoarding.
about the new movement that you have, bro. You're on Netflix now. Netflix
Oh yeah,
is coming again.
Netflix has purchased themselves in Mexico.
That's
I heard
awesome.
that.
They did. I got no qualms. They're that's my daddy.
Yeah.
That's my daddy.
Hey man, and Netflix, they cut them over there. And you know what's good about yours is you such a brand that Netflix had to come at you right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna count your money, but you paying for lunch today. Yeah.
For all of us.
I was very, very fortunate.
I heard. So what is the show?
The show is called Mr. Iglesias. I am playing a school teacher in the Long Beach Unified School
Go
District.
ahead, LBC.
Oh,
And I got to use my real school, which was really
oh,
nice.
that's because I
So-
saw when you guys were on set, like when you guys were shooting it. And I was like, okay, he got something bubbling. And go ahead, love.
What high school did you go to?
Long Beach Wilson High School.
Wilson.
Which one did you go to?
I went to Milliken.
Uh-oh.
She's a Ram.
Yeah, well, I am a Ram. I didn't want to go to Wilson because they had uniforms there, and Milliken didn't have uniforms yet. But I wish I would have gone because the cross country coach wanted me there.
See?
See, so now we know.
Now
right
we
in
know.
the show.
See, write me in.
Are you finished with season 1?
We're done with
We know
season
you're gonna
one.
do season 2.
Season 2.
Write her
Here I
in,
come.
man. You know what I'm saying?
She's
Write her in
ready.
as the girl that ran track. You know, for real. Yeah.
He's like,
Hey man, when you get on something like this, how much do you have to say no?
Which, no to what?
When you get like your show or people know something's going on, how much like man, like,
Yeah, because I got a lot of writers that hit me up, a lot of actors that hit me
Yeah,
up,
man.
a lot of friends that hit me up. It's one of those like, okay, can I be a writer? Can I do this? Can I do that? And it's just like,
yeah, your no game got to be strong. Like, I don't think
that's
so.
when I take that step back and I let those people that get that commission, just step in there.
Yeah.
I need you to lay on this grenade for me real quick. But that's your family.
good.
I don't give a.
and usually the ones that's hitting you
Tell
up can't write anyway. You're like, just get them, please.
Yeah, the tough part is when they hit you with guilt trips and it's
Oh,
like,
man.
hey, dude, remember? And I'm
Yeah.
like, it's not.
we went to high school
come on.
together. Come
Yeah,
on.
man. Remember when I gave you that ride to the bus stop? Like, man, but you didn't take me all the way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? Like, I know you didn't really like me. Now, why Mr. Iglesias? Why a teacher?
Believe it or not, I was gonna be a teacher.
That's
I was gonna
dope.
be a teacher. I
You've
took
been a
a
great teacher.
program. Thank you. I took a program in
Yeah.
high school called exploratory teaching, and we would prepare lesson plans and go to elementary schools and teach in front of little kids.
That's so cool.
That's
And the teacher
dope.
told me, she says, you're going to be a good teacher. And I said, well, why do you say that? I go, I had a horrible lesson plan. And she goes, I agree. It was really bad.
Yeah.
She goes,
but
but you were able to get their attention. And if you can get their attention, you can teach them. It doesn't matter how good your lesson plan is if they're not paying attention.
Yeah.
And do you feel like now it's come full circle? Like you
it's
doing
nice.
everything like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna play a teacher.
So I'm playing me. I'm playing
Yeah.
Gabriel Iglesias in an alternate universe where I would have chosen to be a teacher over
The
being a comic.
multiverse.
Wow.
So it's me. So it's like it's my point of view. It's not like, oh, it's Mr. Sanchez.
Yeah.
Right,
Mr.
yeah.
Sanchez is crazy. Hey, señora la chichis. And I can't. It's not. It's very.
So it's low
Oh,
hanging
that's
fruit.
nice.
It's me playing Gabriel. So my issues come out in the show.
Where did comedy start for you?
Ooh. Renting Eddie Murphy Raw back in 1987
Damn.
on VHS. Yeah, you say VHS now. People
Yeah,
are like,
yeah.
what is that a new disease?
What
is that?
I gotta,
yeah,
I
mess
gotta
around.
do this
I
when
got
I
the
fake.
VHS.
I gotta do this when I fake young. VHS. What is that?
Yeah.
I know. That's the tape thing
Yeah,
that
those
people use.
things.
Yes,
put it in the box.
yes. I got to do that when I fake young for my audience.
Fake young.
Yeah. Like, so does that change? That fires something in you?
When I saw that special, I was like, I want to do that. I want to do that. It was so awesome to see Eddie Murphy doing characters. And no, notice that's my
Yeah.
show. I'm very character driven. I'm a storyteller. That's why when people say, "Tell me a joke," I'm like, "Well, I don't know any jokes.
Right,
I don't tell
yeah.
jokes."
Tell you stories.
You know, I tell stories.
Yeah.
Come on, tell me a
Give me
story.
one.
I'm
Yeah.
like, "Hey, come on."
Put a quarter in your ass. Come on. You know? So how long does
Quiet cannons.
Yeah. There's no footage. How long does the actual getting on stage to where you say, you know what, I'm eating now. I'm a professional comedian. How long do you stay on the road first, or not even just perfecting the craft?
As far as like what you said, eating.
Yeah.
That's all I heard.
Let me take that back. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here gastric bypass. Think I'm not even in the club anymore. No, but when you go and
changed.
say, like all you want to do is like heavier DJ shows. Like, man, find me somebody that's heavier than Big Boy. When you go from still working, going out Thursday, Friday, just any nights that you can get on, how long is that grind?
Wow. I was on the road. Let's see. I started April 10th of 1997.
Yeah, you know the date.
Yeah. By July, I was on the road as an opener, as an MC.
Of the same year?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I was, it was 10, 15 minutes.
What were you making that night? Do you remember?
Oh, man. My first gig, I went on the road. It was for $50. $50.
You was like, I'm a paid comedian.
I'm a paid
I got
comedian.
money.
$50. But they bought my airline ticket. I had never been on a plane before.
Wow.
That's good.
And it was funny because the other comic I was with, he goes, "Hey, don't make me look bad. Make sure you tip the flight attendant when she gives you your soda, okay? You're rolling with me. Don't make me look bad." And I'm like, okay. So there I am trying to tip the flight attendant. Like, she's like, no, they're free. No, this is for you.
Right? Yeah.
This is for you. And I'm on Southwest trying to just take it. And they're laughing at me because I'm so green.
Right? Yeah. And it's
The flight
obvious,
cost
man.
more than what I made.
Yeah.
But I was so excited and so happy to do it. It was just one of those like, wow, I'm out here.
When do you start to realize that it's happening for you? Like, okay, this is my job.
The problem is that I got so excited and the fantasy of like, oh my God, is this really happening? It hit me a lot quicker than it should have. Like I believed my own hype too soon. I wasn't realistic. And so what happens is I quit my day job, and I was killing it. I was killing it. I was working for a company at the time called LA Cellular.
Oh, yeah,
and,
hello.
They eventually became AT&T. Like nowadays, you buy a cell phone. Anybody can get a cell phone, but back then, 1997, you got to figure only a few people had cell
Yeah,
phones. There
hell
was
yeah.
only like two brands. It was
Yeah.
a Motorola PC550 flip phone. The
No
brick.
doubt.
You really
yeah.
worked there.
Oh, when you sell it every day, you're like, it's the Motorola PC550 flip phone. You can get a nickel metal hydride battery.
Yeah.
You could charge it one time and it was good for the week.
Yeah, man.
Because you weren't burning
Remember
electricity
how
with
hot the phone
texting.
used to get sometime? Like,
Oh, yeah,
okay.
you could feel the cancer.
Yeah, like,
You could feel the cancer
Yeah.
going.
running through
Those
your ear.
Y'all don't know
phones.
nothing about feeling cancer in your phone.
It was like talking with a microwave on your head.
Yeah.
You're lightheaded.
Hold on, babe. Hold on.
Yeah, go in there and pull your little popcorn back out. Like, all right.
That's all pop.
And like also too, like these phones, you drop them now and you break the screen. You're at the mall spending $150 for
yeah.
a new screen.
That's so true.
Yeah.
But back then, your phone was so heavy and solid, you could hit someone. That was a
It
weapon.
was a weapon.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like you're on the phone, or like, hold on a second, give me your money, hold on, and bam, hit somebody with it.
There's
Yeah,
somebody
they tried to
listening
rob
right
me.
now that caught an assault case. Like, yeah, I did that. I hit
There's
the
a big
person with the
Motorola
phone.
logo on this fool's head right now.
And so you quit thinking like, this is it.
I was making $5,000 a month as a sales rep for
Wow.
LA Cellular in 1997.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money right
Like,
now.
what?
My monthly nut was $350 for rent, for my half of the rent, because I had a roommate. Plus, I had a new car, so it was the car note and then insurance and basically just eating.
Good
Yeah.
God.
Eating.
I was like, are you
was
kidding me?
rich.
I was, yeah.
Yeah.
Pero
And
los compadres Monday
I was
through Friday.
hood rich. Yeah, I bought a leather jacket and everything.
Hey.
I went to Wilson's House of Suede at the mall. And I said, give me your finest cow.
Finest that one up there, please.
Yeah.
Oh, this is very soft. This is very soft. Yeah. I got a show tonight.
I wore that jacket even in July. I'm
Yeah.
sweating my ass off. Like,
80
but it looks
degrees.
good, huh?
Yeah.
I earned it.
That'd be your workout plan for that summer. You lose 20 pounds just on wearing the damn jacket itself. So you go from that.
So that's the job that I have, and I started doing stand up, and I was averaging. I says, you know what? If I could just clear what my monthly nut is. So $350 for rent, plus I think it was $200 for the car, plus the insurance, and then food. I was like, okay, if I could just make this much a month, I will quit my day job. I don't need all that extra money. I'm okay as long as I'm doing stand up.
So you knew already that you were going to take a cut. That you weren't going to do $5,000 a month on comedy.
I was burning the candle at both ends.
Yeah.
You know, because you can't just go do stand up and then go home. You got to stay out. You got to be social.
Right.
You got to talk to
Late
the comics,
nights,
find
too.
out what other gigs there are. They're offering, you know, this place has a show. Talk to this guy, talk to so and so. That's how you network.
Oh, wow.
You know, there was no social media back
Yeah,
then.
man.
You had to
You had to
actually
be social.
social.
Yes, sir.
You know, you had to talk. And I'd be getting home at 2, 3 in the morning, and then I had to be at work at 7. And eventually that caught up to me, you know, and I'm right there trying to sell phones. Like, how much is it? Just read the label. I don't know. I'm just tired. I'm grumpy. You don't
As
even
you're
need
deciding,
Figure
I'll
it
be over
out.
here laying down. Wake me
I'm
up after
judging
you
people's
decide.
credit ratings by looking at them. I'm like, yeah, you're about a 580. And then I call up. You'd have to call up to get their you know, to see if they got approved. And then based on the whatever the number was, there's tiers of how much the deposit was.
Yeah, man.
Depending on the.
Yeah, some people
wow.
would get it. Oh, it's just, you know, you take it then and there. It's free.
It's true.
And then there's other people that had
Extra
that $1,000
charge.
deposit.
Yeah, like,
And
yeah,
you
we
got to
don't
look
trust
at them
you.
and like, well, they want $1,000 for deposit. $1,000. It sound like Chris Rock. $1,000. That's a lot of money.
Crazy. Hey, man, so you quit?
I quit the day job and I had enough gigs. I was doing okay. I was doing okay, and then I actually got my first TV show in the first year. And when the second year,
Oh,
hit,
you think it ain't
Damn.
nothing?
No,
like,
no,
you
I
like, I'm gone.
I did 3 TV shows in 1997. It was a show called Make Me Laugh on Comedy
I
Central.
remember that. Oh, my
and
God.
for each appearance, they paid me something like $3,500.
Oh, so you?
And so 3 of those checks together, I'm like, are you kidding me? Made it. I'm
Yeah.
good. I'm done. And it was after that I pulled the plug on the day job, and then I got no work for like 9 months. Nothing. I couldn't get nothing. And I got evicted.
Yeah, you so
Damn.
you got
Wow.
evicted. And were you living in your car?
Because I didn't save money. All that
Yeah.
time I was making good money. I was
Spending
just
it.
spending
Yeah.
it like an
Leather
idiot.
jackets
Like,
and
it's
all.
coming. You know, it'll come back. I could, yeah.
So I believed my own hype. And that's why.
That's a
next thing I know,
humbling
I'm all-
experience,
yeah.
though. That's tuition into the school of
Damn,
experience
yeah.
for real, for real.
But I would not sell that jacket.
Yeah,
That's what I said. Kept that jacket though.
Be in your car.
It's my coat. Keep me warm at night.
You know how when you homeless, you always try to pull over to the best neighborhoods. Like, yeah, I'll just sleep over here. You know, sleep over here. Were you in your car at any moment, or were you crashing on couches?
My sister took me in. My sister let me
Damn.
crash on her couch. My brother let me crash on his couch for a little while, and it took me probably.
Never let you live that down, probably. Huh?
Oh no, I paid her back.
Yeah.
It took
We
me about
good.
3 years before I was able to sustain
Oh,
myself as a comic.
wow. That's a
long
To be able to
Wow.
pay rent, pay bills, and be able to pay car notes.
So you come out the gate like, oh, this is it.
And
then
the
you
problem
get
is
3
things
years.
happen too fast. I'm on the
Yeah.
road within 3 months making money. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
man.
this is easy. I should have done this a long time ago. And then
Damn. At any point in that 3 years, do you feel like did you feel like I've come too far? Or did you feel like I need to stop this?
so when I was getting evicted, my roommate was telling me, dude, I respect the fact that you're chasing your dream, but man, rent's due, man. They're gonna evict us. And I said, well, I can't go back to work. I can't.
Right.
And they're like, well, what the hell we're gonna do? And so I went out. I went from making 5 G's a month to I got a job as a day laborer.
Wow.
Yeah, I was digging ditches.
Oh.
I was digging ditches. I was working on construction sites, and it was so just like, ooh. And the guys would make fun of me because they're like, you know, I was the only one that spoke English.
Right, yeah.
You know, and they're like, "Hey, tú que hablas inglés? Order a pizza."
They take advantage. Like, come
Yeah.
on.
So they made
You know.
me the gopher and everything, and I did that for a summer.
Wow. So
I'm
you
just-
know it.
that's
Do you think that's what keep you going even more so? Because sometimes we get motivated by fear or motivated by being
I am
there.
motivated by fear.
Yeah.
I love the life that I have, and you know, possessions are one thing, but just being able to do certain things, and travel, you know, I get to spend 20 hours plus a day with my dogs, and we hang out.
Yeah,
and,
man.
take a drive. It's nice.
You
know,
put
and
a
I don't-
lot
I
of
don't
work
wanna-
in, and you sacrificed a lot though too. You know what I'm saying? Especially in a game, Gabrielle, where you know you could be here today and gone tonight. You know what I'm saying? And
All
it's-
this can go away with one bad tweet.
Yeah, pretty
true.
much.
How many stand-up shows do you think you have that's been recorded? Do you know your number?
My number, I have 7 comedy specials.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
7
How does it feel when you get
specials.
the? Let me tell you why I asked. How does it feel when you get the one? We recently had Jerry Garcia in the neighborhood, right? And I asked him how did he get into comedy, and he was like, when I saw George Lopez, when I saw Gabriel Iglesias, and he threw it back to you, each one of them threw it back to you so many times as an inspiration, not knowing that you were coming in the same day.
Like,
you know what I'm
no
saying?
idea.
But now he has his HBO.
Imagine if
Latino
you would have been
special.
talking smack.
Right? Hey, what's up?
That'd have been gangster.
Oh, can you imagine?
And the hallways like,
I was
remember
in
what
the
you
car.
said?
Yeah, be like, B, did you text him? Like, yeah, I told him going up here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I told him pull up. But you've become an inspiration to so many. You know what I'm saying? Do you remember what that first special felt like?
It was surreal. It was one of those like, I can't believe this is really happening. It's every comic's dream to have a comedy special, and then it's that programmed. You have to have a sitcom. You know, back in the day, it was one of those. You want to have a comedy special on HBO. You want to have a sitcom, and then you want to be a touring comic that sells out theaters.
It's like this package.
Yeah, but it's one of those. They tell you that's what the dream is.
Right.
You're supposed to do.
That's what you're
Yep.
supposed to do. But I was just like, I just want to be a comic. I just want to tell jokes.
Like, I don't want
You
to do
know,
all
this
that
is the
other
part
shit.
I like.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to work.
Hey, man, how great is the fluffy empire? Like, people see you and they gravitate towards you. You know what I'm saying? Like, people.
For real, dog, they love you,
because
man.
I know it too, bro. And that sounded braggadocious, but there's so much love that I get, and I don't run from it. Like, I run to it. And I get the same thing from you. There's things that you do that people have no idea you do. You know what I'm saying? But it seems like you
Fight
love
cannons.
people. No, not the crazy stuff. But it
positive
seems.
stuff.
But do you feel that love from the people?
I do. Best way to describe it is, I get people that approach me, and it's not from a place of like, oh, they're a fan. They look at me like a family member,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
it's amazing and kind of scary at the
And
same
do
time.
they tell you how long it's been?
Scary.
Like,
Yeah.
like, and
Like,
then,
it get weird?
Sometimes it does get weird, but for the most part, it's beautiful. It's very
Yeah.
nice and it's sweet. But every now and then you get that little extra.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, where it's
I've,
like-
Primo.
I've had a fan that's a very extreme fan who has followed me
Everywhere.
for many years. You name it, he's been there.
Damn.
And at one point, he approaches me and he says, "I just want you to know, I don't come here to see your show.
Ooh.
I come here to see you."
Oh.
And he wouldn't blink, and I'm like, "Will you blink?
yeah.
Please blink."
Like,
And so in moments like that, I'm like, "Oh man,
I don't come here to see your show. I come to see you.
Yeah, I come to see you.
I'd be like,
When was the last time you seen him?
that was the last day.
No, a couple months ago.
Oh, my Lord.
But I guarantee you, he's probably seen me.
Right now?
Yeah.
Close your window.
Yeah. Who got the new pajamas, huh? Who got new pajamas? You're like, damn, how does my new pajamas? How do you keep your radar aware? Because you got to have some kind of privacy as well. Like, what do you do
It's hard
on private
'cause,
times?
If I go out, I know that there's a chance that I'm going to run into someone that's going to be a fan, want to take a picture or something, and I'm totally cool with that. And I'm very social.
Especially when I'm with you and I'm like, hey, Gabriel's over there.
Yeah, he's over there.
He's over there. Oh, he take every picture.
So I go out knowing that might
Yeah,
happen.
give yourself time.
It's when I'm at home. Because when I'm at home, I don't let people know I'm there.
Yeah.
I don't answer the door. It doesn't matter. But if someone insists on invading it, that's the only place where I'm like, dude, just
It's my place.
Or if I'm in the
Home.
bathroom. I have people that'll sometimes talk to me while I'm in the stall.
Oh my
And I'm
God.
like, can you let me? This is hard enough as it is.
Right, yeah.
You know,
man.
I'm over 40 and fiber's a must. So
Yeah.
I don't. Can you just? I'll be out in a minute. You know,
You just wait.
And
Can I
then
get
you
a
gotta,
privacy?
like,
and then
Yeah.
I get some of those people that will
Eat
take their
quickly.
phone and they'll
No.
go under the toilet
No.
and take the pic.
That's really happened to you?
Yeah. And if someone
You've
does that
gotten
How
under the
rude.
toilet.
under the toilet,
Because usually what I do is I go
That sucks.
over the toilet on people.
That's how you're supposed to
Yeah,
do
you're
it.
supposed to go over. so I
That's the
get you
courtesy
like,
way.
yeah. No,
That's
you
a real
really had
POV.
that.
under, and I'm nice to an extent. That is
Yeah.
one of those where I just, you know what, you
It's a
don't respect me
violation.
enough to just be cool.
Dude, I
So
can't
I'll go
believe
off.
that,
I'll
bro.
go off, and people are like, "Oh my God, Fluffy he was an ass. He was a dick.
Like,
he was this. He was that."
Because you saw my ass
and I'm
dick.
like,
you
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, that's why.
And then people will say, "Oh, well, you said we can come up to you, say hi, and take a picture." And I'm like, at what
the
point did I
toilet.
say that was,
Right.
And you don't think about that. Some people
Common
don't
sense.
understand
Common sense is
boundaries,
common
and so that is going to happen from time to time.
You be
and-
sitting there like, Aunt Flo, so sorry that you're gone. They be like, can we get this picture real quick? You know what I'm saying?
real.
Get you,
Yeah.
get you and your
Selfish.
aunt. Get you and your aunt real quick, man.
Disrespect.
Rest in peace to her, man. I'm sorry about that. You're like, yeah. And the thing about it, you can't turn it off.
and for the longest time, I fought the idea of wanting to have somebody somebody with me to be like some type of security. Because I always felt like, anytime I see celebrities and they got someone with them, I'm like, really? They can't just say hi? They can't talk to a person? But I didn't know how crazy it could get.
Right.
And now I see that there's certain times when
especially when they're there for you.
Mm-hmm.
Or when people people try to act like, oh, this is what you signed up for. Like, you asked for this. You wanted to be famous.
I get that exactly. They're like, well, if you didn't want people you shouldn't be famous. You shouldn't be doing that. I'm like, are we really having this conversation?
Right, yeah. And then
Can I wipe my
now
ass,
you can't
please?
even have a conversation where it's just like you two also. If you're trying to explain something now, it's like, oh, yeah. Yeah, he's been an asshole. He's been like,
Recording nonstop.
Man.
So that's one. There's a few things that will set me off where I'm just like, finger pointing to the face. Right
I
to
don't
the
like
face.
that.
It's you.
Right. Oh, really?
It's you. Yeah.
Okay, because when you came in, I was like, hey, what's up, my guy?
But I don't even mean like this far. I mean right in front of your nose.
Like, while you're there, you might as well pick that out my nose,
like a
too.
chew. Yeah. Here you go. Petri dish.
Right.
That
Damn.
So that's one of them. And then when they walk up and they're already recording,
Oh, yeah.
or they're live,
No heads
You're
up.
like, can I get a 1, 2,
what's
3?
up? Or when
And I
people say,
got-
can I take a picture? Sure, let's take a picture. And they're doing a video. Yo, what's up? I'm right here. Didn't you just say picture?
Yeah, man.
Say video.
I kind of like to do that to people sometimes.
yeah.
Really, though, with the video thing?
It's a video.
Oh, you talking like
Yeah.
homies and stuff, though.
Oh, yeah.
Is there a new level to fatness now?
Let's see. There was big, healthy, husky, fluffy.
Damn.
And oh, hell no.
So, hell no is
Oh,
there.
hell no was the max.
Damn.
Said the max.
Because when I was at 550,
Actually, I take it
was
back.
damn.
I take it back. There's the next level is
no.
what is it? Was it TLR or TLC? What's the channel?
TLC.
The channel that
TLC.
has the
My
the
600
show
pound
the
life?
show where they
my,
pull
my 600-pound life?
the one, the
TLC.
one where they pull people out of the wall.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh, my God.
Hey, man, my wife asked me, she said, baby, why do you watch these shows? And I love watching my 600-pound life. And the thing about it, they know they could put that 2-hour show into a 30-minute
Yes.
show. Hour at the most. But I would sit
just love to
down,
keep it
bro,
going.
and I will watch that for the longest. And it's more of, I've been
Crazy.
there. You know what I'm saying?
You relate.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh, man. But then you also get there and you sit judgmental where you're like, because even at my biggest, I would look at people that was like 270, be like, oh, my God, I didn't need to lose weight. And I was like 500 something pounds. You know, oh, my God.
Telling people.
How you let yourself go like this? I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
You could barely lock that seatbelt.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I couldn't. You know what I'm saying? I was a seatbelt extension king, bro. How's health going for you right now?
I got a angiogram. See that little mark right there?
yeah.
They ran a camera up through, whatever.
Yeah,
Chest?
the thing. You
I
know
had
what I'm saying?
Wi-Fi for a day.
Yeah, like picking up like that downloaded fast. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But all clear.
okay, that's
Okay.
good, man.
That's good.
That's good. Yeah.
After I hit 40, and I'm still a big guy, so just to be cautious. But
Yeah.
plus, what sucks though is that usually for the angiogram, they usually run the camera through your groin,
Oh, no.
and so they said, well, look, we'd like to just run it through your arm, but if in case we have a problem, we're gonna go through the groin.
You're like,
I'm like, okay, that's fine, but they still have to prep you.
Yeah.
So I'm laying there and I'm being shaved
Oh,
by an intern and,
Oh,
and
man.
the other the other assistant right there, and they're like, "This is how you do it." And I'm like, "Really? I'm the guinea pig for
right?
this?"
Yeah.
And so I hear the clippers.
Oh, man.
We have the university here if you don't mind.
Yeah, and then they get the tape. They get the tape around the hand, and
They
they
start-
kind of they get the hairs. And I'm like, "Oh my god!"
And
I'm
you're
looking in the
awake at the
mirror. I'm like,
time?
"Oh my god, I'm 4."
And you just hear somebody like, "I love your work." Man, how do you separate? Like, how do you separate that where it's like back to the
Serious.
privacy again, like walking out of a stall after you just dropped a deuce. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But in a
people-
situation like that, I'm completely naked and vulnerable, and everyone around me they're smiling.
right? Yeah.
They're smiling, but I'm just like, and I'm trying to keep it like, okay, don't be an ass, don't be an ass, don't be an ass. These are the people that are responsible
Yeah.
for keeping you alive for the next
You
3
don't
hours.
make you don't make excuses like, "Hey, it's cold in here." You know what I'm saying?
And
Like,
at a certain, I think at a certain weight, you just go, it is what it is.
yeah, yeah,
It
man.
is what it is.
Hey, man, because I got my knee done, right? And of course, you got to be naked on any procedure, and we're over 40, so every procedure you got to get naked. And I remember going under, and I was like, "Oh man, they about to why did they go? It's really gonna be a why did they call you big boy Like, it can't be this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even to the point where I was telling my wife, like, baby, just tap it before I go out. You know what I'm saying?
It look right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just tap on it. Like, I know my shit gotta look crazy. Like, and especially when you, for real. For real. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. And especially when they got you all doped up and, I'm like, man, the room is cold.
You're like,
Yeah,
help me
you
out,
say
help
hospitals
me
are
out.
cold as hell.
Help
The
me
room
out.
is cold, yeah. Wake up with a catheter in, you're like, oh man.
He's a grower, not a shower, but he's not
You
growing
have
right
to
now.
touch it, you know what I'm saying? Like,
He's a,
Yeah. Oh, but to answer your question, I'm doing good.
Okay, yeah, there it is right there.
I'm doing
Sorry,
good.
I was having flashbacks.
They're bringing all that back. Are you? Have they hit you up to like make a cameo or anything?
They did hit me up to make an appearance on All That. For me, All That was it was my first time being exposed to Hollywood and
Yeah.
TV and stuff like that, and it was a good time until it wasn't.
Oh.
And
Also.
okay, so
I want to know the tea.
Here we go.
Tell us.
He was like,
why won't he do the show? Okay, all right, here we go. So one of the episodes, they always had a habit of dressing me up in drag. Okay, because I could do the girl voice, and so like keep putting a wig on them, keep putting them in skirts. I'm like, all right.
yeah.
So
I
one day,
think we all had to do a little drag in our
yeah.
career. Damn Deuce Bigelow.
Yeah. They dressed me like a cheerleader. So I had the sweater with the megaphone on it, and then the skirt, and then the socks with the little balls on the back.
Yeah.
Right? And so I did my sketch, and at the end of every episode of All That, it's basically like the kid version of Saturday Night
Yeah,
Live.
everybody.
And so they have their band, this week's musical guest is, so they'd have groups like, Christina Aguilera or Britney Spears or LFO back in the day. And so, yeah, remember LFO?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was supposed to happen is they finished their song, and then all the cast members run out on stage. That's our show. Thank you. Have a good night. See you next week on All That. So we would run out in order of height.
Okay.
Okay, and so it was like Amanda Bynes, and then
Amanda Bynes.
Nick, and then Josh, and Nick Cannon was behind me because he was taller, and so we're running out there onto the set. The set had a bunch of beams going across it, and because I'm wearing a wig that has bangs, I couldn't see the beam that was going across.
Gosh.
And so I'm running top speed, and I knocked myself out on the set of All That.
Oh no!
I hit the floor.
the cheerleading outfit.
I wake up, and there's a fireman standing over me.
Oh.
And he's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm just like, he goes, "How many fingers am I holding up?" And I'm like, 4. He goes, "Do you know where you're at?" I'm like, "Nickelodeon." He goes, "Do you know why you're dressed like a cheerleader?" I yelled out, "Paycheck!"
Yeah. I wasn't. Who did this to me?
So they the ambulance and everything is there. They put me on the stretcher, and they take me to the hospital there in Hollywood. Nickelodeon Studios was on Sunset, so I went to the nearest hospital. This is before social media, but word gets around town that there's an artist who just suffered a head injury with the last name Iglesias on a Nickelodeon show. So of course they don't know who I am yet. They think it's Enrique.
Right.
They think Enrique suffered head injury. So now the news shows up to the hospital looking for,
Enrique
Iglesias.
Enrique
Is Mr. Iglesias here?
And so I'm at the hospital. They're doing MRIs, an MRI on me, and it turned out I had a concussion.
Damn.
Here's the part that I have a problem with now that I'm an adult and I kind of get it. They had sent someone to the hospital to make me sign a bunch of stuff saying that it
They're
was
not
my fault that
responsible?
they're not responsible.
Damn.
So they didn't
Wow,
pay any of
the
the medical
So I didn't
release.
have
bills.
anybody there, so it was one of those things where like you got to sign, because
Yeah.
if you don't sign, you're not working no more. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I guess I'm
You
signing.
signed it
Yeah.
away.
But they made me sign paperwork so that I wouldn't come after anyone
Damn.
legally.
The release.
And then they didn't cover any
And
of the
then
medical
they
bills?
didn't bring me back for the next season.
Wow.
So and that was another thing too. I'm like, well, I don't want to do that because I want to be a
Yeah.
working actor. I don't want to start causing problems now. So
Yeah,
let me
yeah.
just sign this. And for me, I saw it as job security. I'll be back
Yeah,
next
hell
season.
Hell yeah.
And they fired me
Wow.
Damn.
after that season.
Did
Hey,
anyone
man.
know that's the reason, like that went down specifically in that way? Because Keenan and Kel, they did an interview and they named you specifically about someone that they would love to see come back as well.
They about to
I
watch
think the
this
problem
interview like,
the problem
damn.
is that because of the way that I left, it was one of those things where no one stood up to say, "Hey, is he okay?"
Yeah.
The most
Sucks.
important thing was make sure he signs those papers.
Yeah.
That's all they cared about. It's a
Make
business.
sure he signs those papers. And I was 21, 22 at the
Yeah,
time.
you
I
didn't know
wasn't
any
thinking
better.
lawsuit. I just wanted to work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but thank God you.
So
Paycheck.
that's
You-
why when people say, "Well, all that,"
Yeah.
I'm like,
not all that.
The being on the show was fun.
Right.
The way that I was
treated.
at the
Yeah.
end,
Yeah.
that's the part that I
So
was like,
you would do
ugh.
none of that if they come. You're like, oh, none of that.
That's good though that you stand
But
up.
I mean, but the show was fun. Everybody that I worked with
Yeah.
was
Right.
cool. But again, it was just one of those things.
Hey
where-
man,
Know
it's
your
just
worth.
crazy. Yeah, and when you look in the
Love to watch that
rearview
show.
mirror, and after you learn and pay tuition into the school of experience, and you're like, wow, like you really capitalize off of my naivete. Like that's crazy. And now, and I mean, it kind of worked out for you.
I mean,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah, I mean, you know.
and I don't know, you know,
kinda
if I was
worked
still
out.
seeing my therapist, she would probably say, "You should really do the show and get closure,
No,
and get closure with the all
Closure.
that people."
You're
and I'm
like,
like,
I'm good.
ah.
but you
And,
got closure.
and also too, anytime they'd have all that reunions, no one would ever call. No one would ever hit me up, and it was
And all of
it
a
wasn't
sudden-
until like, oh, now he's doing certain
Yeah.
things.
yeah,
okay,
man,
now
we got to get him on now.
because
Yeah.
some people don't even know I was on that show.
right?
They're like, "You were on all that?" I go, "Yeah, I
I
know."
was.
That's what I said.
Did you get a chance
I
to
was young.
keep
I had hair and hope.
Yeah. all the H's.
All the H's.
Yeah. Were you able to keep the cheerleading uniform? Did they at least give you that?
I'm not gonna lie. I kept so much
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
wardrobe because I'm like, there's nobody else here that's gonna be able to fit in this.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
true.
That's
It
what
was
I did with all my
making me-
Deuce Bigelow wardrobe. I was like, man,
Yeah.
who's this going to go
anytime
to?
I've done a movie, it's always like they're like, well, you can keep it because for all the alterations, there's no one that's a 60-28. Where the hell are we gonna find somebody who's a 60-28? All right.
All right. Well, I guess I came up. I guess I came up.
I just want to ask you, have you heard about this whole Justin Bieber calling out Tom Cruise for a fight on Twitter?
Yeah, I saw that, and it's just, you know,
You're like, yeah, I
Why?
got a. He was like, yeah, I got a
Why?
Netflix
Dude,
I want to know
TV
your
show.
input on it.
Like, why
hey, I want to challenge the winner. How's that?
Yeah.
I want to.
I'm next.
Hey man, speaking of challenging the winner, congratulations on becoming the heavyweight
right.
champion of the world.
Oh, wow, congrats.
Man.
Hey man,
Hey, the first
that
Mexican.
Andy Ruiz,
Eso.
that dude, it wasn't a lucky punch.
No, they can't say that.
It,
Hell no.
man.
His footwork, man, is on
and
point.
anybody that's talking mess, Anthony Joshua is not. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
he got
He
his
knows.
ass
Yeah.
dealt with.
He did.
Did you watch the fight?
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I streamed it. I was in Canada. I was in Canada. I was about to go up on stage, and I'm watching it on my phone on the.
Same.
Yeah.
We weren't in Canada about to go on stage.
Oh,
We was
I was
watching on the phone.
also on the phone, and the emotion when he won, when it was
Yeah,
it,
man.
he won, and he's jumping up and down.
Yeah, man.
You swore it was like a Mexican Super Bowl.
Yes,
Yeah.
it
It was a
was.
Mexican. You're like, ah,
Hey,
we're
dude,
cussing in Spanish.
when it was
I know.
when it was he won, it had to feel like a we won.
It really did.
Especially in today's times. And
It
I know we don't get a
really-
lot of political talk, but in today's time,
Yeah.
it's like, come on, bro.
It was a very. I'm not gonna lie. I got emotional. I was crying.
Mm-hmm.
I was crying. It was a huge deal.
That's sweet.
And I went up on stage and I told the crowd, I said, "You guys, you don't even understand. I'm so excited." I go, first Mexican heavyweight champion of the world. I says, "Look, I don't expect you to get happy for me, but I go, I tell you what, if the Raptors win, I'll be happy for you." And then they cheered. I go, see how you guys are underdogs. I go, see, my guy was the underdog, and he
Yeah,
won.
man.
So like, I'm gonna share this with you, but if I get all weird,
You know what I love about Ruiz
so
is
dope.
he really looked like they pulled him like, hey man, come on, let's go. You know what I'm saying?
Vamos, bro.
And I always tell people, I say, man,
Métete.
with Mexican fighters, you can't see the strength. You know what I'm saying? You'll see some fighters that's like extremely cut up. Then you'll get like Marquez or Margarita or pick anyone that'll go in there and you don't even know their power.
Yep.
And I
Their speed,
think that the best Anthony Joshua showed up. Now you could say I wasn't training. He was ready for that fight.
Man.
This wasn't Tyson Douglas where Tyson was like smashing all these chicks and
the
doing
hotel.
stuff. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go and make easy this. He took this as a fight. Did he look past Ruiz thinking, okay, maybe Wilder's
did.
coming or
Hell
Fury?
yeah, he did.
Yeah, but it's like, okay,
He
pay
was thinking
attention
about
to me.
that $40 million payday if he
Yeah.
fought Wilder.
Gone. Gone. And
Yeah,
got
and Andy, it just you got to give him credit.
And he was
He's
quick,
good.
too.
He looks like a luchador in the '80s.
Real
Like if you go watch some wrestling
yeah,
matches in Tijuana,
like take this off. I'm in a different
none of them
sport now.
luchadores look like they should be in the ring, and they're like, wow, they're high flyers and they're doing
Hey
everything
man,
top ropes.
and he won, and you got to congratulate him too. And
beautiful
he walked out to
story,
some
too.
Nipsey Hussle.
Yes.
I was like, man, dude, do your
Dedication.
thing. Yeah, and he was so humble, because like
So
with
mad
Chris
humble.
Areola, that's my guy. But Chris back in the day, he's like, yeah, motherfucker, fuck this. and what's my other little partner's name? From not Fernando Vargas, but from Oxnard as well. Damn. You're not gonna get it. You know
From how many years ago?
This he just fought Pacquiao a few years ago.
The
Brandon
little one?
Rios.
Brandon Rios. Brandon will let you know I fucked you up. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't win, I got
Brandon
you.
is one of the most real people I've ever met.
Exactly.
If he likes you, he loves you, and if not, you're gonna hear about it.
In the ring and out the ring.
Yeah.
Like that dude is a warrior, but he'll let you know. But even now he slowed down a little bit. But this dude Ruiz, he was just, hey, I won. He let you know how happy he was.
He's all soft spoken, you know. It's just
He's so humble.
And, oh man, when he did the thing about his mom, I was so happy for him.
So
Hey,
dope.
man.
So
I messaged him a little bit. We've been going back and forth, and I told him, hey man, when you said that thing about your mom, and we don't got to struggle no more.
Yeah,
I go,
man.
that took me back to that moment when my life changed too, and it's just like, it's awesome.
Same with me, man, and seeing my mom go through it and actually taking care of my mom. Like he had a whole different purpose for his fight, bro. It's a whole and that's why when I
That
tweeted
struggle.
when I put that on my social media, sometimes you can't beat a man with a purpose. And that man had a purpose, bro. And when you look back, everybody say, oh, I'm gonna win, I'm gonna win, I'm gonna win, I'm gonna win.
Yeah, everybody says that.
Yeah, but when you look back and you see before he actually became the champion, he was like, I will be the first. And now that he's the first. He's the first Mexican heavyweight champion,
Sí
bro.
se pudo.
Yeah.
That dude did that,
And
man.
I never thought in a million years I would get mistaken for
Yeah.
being the
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's what's crazy when you doing your training videos, like this is it. Like here we
made
are.
it,
Here we
officially.
are. But he put the work
I got
in.
Mexicans that don't know who I am.
Right, yeah.
That have been coming up, Tú
No.
eres el campeón. El campeón, ¿verdad?
Like, thank
I was
you.
doing a show last night
Andy.
with an old school Mexican comic named Luis Alba. Who's been around for 65 years. He was one of those guys that was acting in all those old school Mexican films where girls would get naked and it was comedy and anyway. But yeah, last night somebody was like, you're him, huh? And they put the hands up and I'm like, wow. I'm gonna ride this. I'm gonna ride
Have
this.
stolen valor. Like, yeah, thank you so much.
Because people used to say, "Oh, you look like the little kid from Modern Family," and I thought that was cool, but there's no way. That was more like a past
Wow.
thing. And then other people would say, "Oh, well, you look like the Repo guy."
Wow.
And so people would say, "Hey, Operation Repo," and they say, "La grúa, la grúa." You're the
Hey,
guy with the tow
dude,
truck.
how much is Operation Repo? How much is he getting Gabriel Iglesias?
Oh, well, so
Yeah,
we started
that's
hanging
right.
out, and I go. So when people mistake you for me, I want you to sign an autograph in my name, and I'll do the same for you. So when people would say you're the Operation Repo guy, I would write on the thing. It ain't no joke if you don't. It ain't no joke if you don't pay that note.
There we go. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
And you would sign it?
Yeah.
That's crazy,
Luis
though.
Pizarro.
Mr. Iglesias, thank you for coming into
Thank
the
you.
neighborhood.
Thank you.
For hanging out with us,
Congratulations,
man.
too.
And yes, and congratulations on your Netflix series.
Eso.
Mr. Iglesias premieres on June 21st, and that will be a Friday night.
Yes, it will.
Go ahead now. And as we know with Netflix, we can continue to watch it.
You can
How many
binge
episodes
it.
do you have?
How many actual like?
Yeah, how many episodes? Is it one and
Oh,
done?
it's 10. It's 10 episodes.
10. Oh, so you got a real series over there.
Look at you.
Go ahead
right?
now. You know what I'm
Hey.
saying? No, but congratulations
become
to
a
you,
man.
bro. And like we
do
say,
this.
you put the hard work in.
Yeah.
You put the hard work in, man. And it's crazy how everybody think they want it, but nobody want to put the work in. And I say this, man. People, I want this, I want that. You got to have it all.
That's
you know
why
what I'm saying?
I give Kevin Hart all the credit and all the respect in the world. Because you know what? People can hate all they want. That man is a working machine.
Yeah, man.
I think he schedules breathing.
Yeah. I gotta breathe. It's times, dude, when I've had Kevin Hart, we done interviews at 5 a.m. Because that's like, man,
That's
big,
true.
I can
That's
make it
the
there at
only time
5:30.
he
Yeah, I can make it there at 5:30. We're like, all right, cool, come on in. And
so
then we
true.
sit back and we want to count his money and it's like, no, he earned that. We did a movie together and we did a TV show together, right? Look where he's at and look where I'm still at. Thank you.
That's it.
quiet.
Drops the mic.
That was Gabriel Iglesias in the neighborhood, you guys. Always
Mr.
wanna,
Iglesias.
Yeah, always want to show you how you're not working hard enough. Yeah, I knew you was gonna bring that Kevin Hart stuff up. Gabriel Iglesias in the neighborhood, y'all. Big boys
Big
neighborhood.
boy.